And the carved pumpkin acts like a light source of 1 skill point, which is great because it has no fuel. But once you place the pumpkin, you can't move it. Whoa, did you guys just see that? The deer just in my house? What are you doing here, deer? What are you doing in my house? Get out of here. So we have all our furniture ready to rock. I'm going to make this my kitchen because this has more room volume. Room volume 140. And I think I learned the difference between what stacked was before. I didn't know 5 stacked hewn logs, 306 hewn logs. You know what? I still don't know what 5 stacked hewn logs means because I have no stacked hewn logs. I thought stacked hewn logs were these guys, stacked hewn logs, but it's not, because it says I have 7 stacked stone tier 0 affected the score. So there is something on my floor that's not working properly. I built this straight on a floor. I don't know. Rooms are weird. They should be completely tier 1. Should not be anything other than tier 1. But anyway, we're going to go and put our ice box here. Butchery table. This is kitchen number 2 now. I should definitely put my table here. Let's make some space. Let's put my chairs here. I'll need a soil sampler. Grab a door there, because I do want to put my doors here. Is this gonna? Yeah, it is. Nice. And then I should open in. Cool. And this is the same thing. Nice. Okay. So, and I left this little hole in the window for accessing the stockpiles, of course. So now this is kitchen. I'm going to put, I think, Wainwright table and tailoring table in here as well. It's got a nice volume size. What was it? 140. That's right. And then let's go upstairs. Oh, I'm sorry. Totally forgot. Need to have a table and 2 chairs. Get this houseness be going, right? And let's put in a little, where's the knob? Oh, I always lose it. There it is. Knobby. Okay. Where is knobs? There. Rotate. I hate when you can't. Okay, that's left or right. What? Where is the... Why can't I see it? Okay, that's to the left now. So back, right, front. Boom. Alright, we're just going to do that. My kitchen's pretty much decorated now. Let's grab... This is going to be the bedroom. We're just going to put chairs, table, 2 chairs, and door. You really don't need doors, but I'm just going to keep using doors for now. Might as well build decently. And just so you know, guys, if you build inside, it makes it... If you build a door from the inside of the room, it makes it open into the room. And, of course, if you did outside of the room, it would make it... Right? Simple. Hope that was explained right. Right, so inside the room makes it open the door in. Outside of the room makes the door open out. And I want the doors open and in. Now, because we... Let's put the latrine here. Oh, I should have brought the other salt baskets I needed. We don't need a bow. Out at the moment. So this is just going to be a latrine with nice windows for everyone to see us doing our business. Let's get a table in here because every room can support a table and chair. And let's put in... never... Why is it always backwards? Perfect. You know, call that the vanity. So my houseness piece going up. I'm getting 2. Let's drop our bed in here. Make it a bedroom instead of a general room. And I should really have... Okay. 1, 2. Great. Now look, I have one kitchen for 6 points, one second kitchen 2 points, bedroom is 5.73, second bedroom's 1. One really needs a table, but it's the little room I can't really put many things inside it. And then bathroom 5.3, 2.48, perfect. And there's way more furniture we're going to be able to add. That puts me at 134 SP for housing. That's awesome. My multiplier is a 294 just because I'm in a low collaboration or no collaboration due to me be playing this in single player. Okay, so this is done. You know, we're going to do the exact same thing in the house next door. I mean, every room has a table and chair, 2 end tables, plenty. And it really doesn't increase your we really need a butcher table, butchering table. I'll leave that here. It really doesn't increase your SB that much due to the 50% diminishing return when you're using tier 1. Let's go use this one. One more butchering table. Takes a minute, so I'll be quick. Because it's tier 1, you know, it doesn't boost it that much. But when you're already talking about tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4, it is well worth to build this. And then when you have a bison mount in here, you have a refrigerator. You have a washboard from the tailor in the bathroom, as well as you replace the washboard with the washing machine eventually. The bedroom, the better bed. You'll upgrade the chairs eventually. You know, you get a light source in here, like a carved pumpkin. Actually, let's go. Can we make a carved pumpkin? We might not have any tallow to make a carved pumpkin right now, so let's go take a look. Because you have to make a tallow candle for a carved pumpkin. Needs 1 tallow candle, and I definitely don't have any tallow here. Yeah, it needs 3 tallow per tallow candle, and then 1 pumpkin for the carved pumpkin. And the carved pumpkin acts like a light source of 1 skill point, which is great because it has no fuel. But once you place the pumpkin, you can't move it. Whoa, did you guys just see that? The deer just in my house? What are you doing here, deer? What are you doing in my house? Get out of here. Alright, let's get our butchery table and the other kitchen. Let's get a Wainwright table and a tailoring table. Perfect. Now, we need a Wainwright table because I am going to take basic engineering to build carts. Now, let's just double check how much room do we have left. This says this is not a room right now. Awesome. When your room breaks, how do you fix it? I usually just do this. Break a random roof or ceiling, and there, fixed. What's the room volume? It needs to be a 1, an average room tier of 1 to work. And of course, for some reason or another, this room says it has 5 stacked hewn logs, 7 stacked stone of tier 0 somewhere. Where, you may ask, do I have stacked stone in this house? I do not know. The floor is all hewn. There is no... Everything is hewn. The whole floor. Look, you can see it's hewn here. But where is there stone? I don't know. But my butcher table is not working. That makes me upset. But, alright. Let's get a Wainwright table set up here. This requires a room volume, or a room requirement of tier 1 room. And I'm just going to take a wild guess and say the tailoring table. Mrs. Name. Yep. Where? Let's put this butchery table in here, even though it's not working, apparently. Let's get these doors installed. And installed. Is this wrong? Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, door not that way. Perfect. Okay, now is this room volume? This doesn't even say it's a room for some reason, but this is going to say it's 0.96 as well. Room volume 8 stacked stone. Tier 0, 5 stacked human logs. Why? Where? Is this? Let's see if we fill in this window. It matters. To fix this issue. That was it. That was it. That's it. It worked. Okay. For some reason, maybe the stockpile's too close to the house. Maybe the stockpile should be 1 block away from your house. Because for some reason it was counted as stacked stone in the stockpile as part of the room volume, right? Because now the room volume is 138 and it doesn't show up that there's any stacked stone in the room. So clearly that's what was happening. Stockpile should not be the immediate next block over. Looks like it needs a little bit of space here. But anyway, so tailoring table is set up. You know, like I said, without the tailoring skill, before bison mounts and elk mounts will take lots of boards. They're going to take 20 boards, but only 1 carcass. And these mounts do not benefit. You can see here it says 1 elk carcass an ingredient. There is no tailoring decrease, so it's always going to require 1 carcass. But the boards reduction does occur. 80% reduction eventually if you have maxed out tailoring. Let's go to Jungle Farm here. We should probably get a farmer's table set up on this side. Ooh, I don't remember planting this much pineapple. But it's nice to see. And oh, this bullet mushroom is bad. So if you have you can clearly see this is not normal looking. So it's a bad mushroom. If you go up to it and hit E for pickup, it will automatically remove it from the world. So let's make some space. Our inventory. Let's collect. We need the bullet spores as much as we can here. And that was 30 mushrooms. It's cool. So we can make. Let's just put them all together. I don't care about spacing them out. There we go. Cremini mushrooms are doing pretty well. Getting more of them. I haven't figured out how to stop trees from spawning in my farmland. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. These are taro roots. Look at that tree. Spawn right in the middle. Very annoying. As you can see, I did a lot of work farming. Look how many papayas. Oh, man. We'll not be running out of papayas anytime soon. Stop growing on my farms, please. Get out of here. And there was a lot of stuff I had to clear out. And lots of lives due to that. Okay. One thing, I don't think I mentioned this before. I had to clear a lot of trees. It was a lot of work, but there was also a lot of nonsense, right? There was a lot of nonsense on the ground in a jungle. Now, if you're in a jungle or grassland or anywhere, and you need to clear the brush quickly without having to sit there and go around and scythe everything, you could just drop a stockpile and pick it up. And this space is now, this 5x5 space has just been cleared of all the nonsense that was there. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but that's what I've been doing. I don't scythe everything. I don't have time for that. I don't have the calories for it. I mean, is this cheaty? I don't know. Just a little trick I picked up and I use all the time to clear a ton of space. Okay, I don't want to be getting slowed down by that switchgrass. Man, do I have workbenches everywhere? Just keep making them. But yeah, I've been working on these ramps. Want to get down to the beach because that's where I'm going to be smelting. And that is the plan, right? The plan is to get smelting up and running because I need iron bars eventually. But before we do smelting, I am going to go into masonry. I have the skill points available. I've been starting to work on, as you can see, I pretty much wiped out all the sandstone in this area here. I am stuck on this granite. I cannot break granite. Can't break granite with a stone pick. I would need mining level 3 or higher, or an iron pick to break granite. So next episode I'm going to talk about tailoring and basic engineering, and then we're going to go right into masonry because I need a lot of mortared stone for my next tier of research. Get out of here, palm tree. Well, I think that wraps up farming. You gotta use the stockpile, clear the brush, knock down your trees, get as many, collect all your logs, use them for boards, hewn or sell them to stores who are buying logs, right? Because you need to clear it, and then you go ahead and start planting. And you need to carry probably 3 or 4 hoes. Each hoe only has about 100 uses, I think. So if you're making the right amount of farms, if you're making them large, you have land claims due to either you picking up research scrolls or buying them, trading for them, you're going to be doing a lot of hoeing. You're going to be using the hoe quite a bit. But you saw our jungle farms. You saw our tomato farm. I didn't show you the prickly farm, but it's like 2 claims big or 3 claims big at this point. Just because it's prickly pear by itself. The forest farms were pretty big, and of course the grassland farms at Chef's Table was pretty large. The fireweed farm is decent as well. It's like 3 or 4 claims in size, but if you're farming properly, you should really have a farm of tomatoes here, and then you should have a secondary tomato farm maybe in another, here. Because there's a grassland biome right there. And you should do the same thing. Jungle farm here. I want to go set up a jungle farm here. Again, 4 claims, 4 claims, forest farm, 4 claims, forest farm here. And stagger them. So you know that, hey, this is my first forest farm. And then I'll go to my second forest farm later. That same, you could harvest it the next day or early in the morning or later that same day. Just stagger the times that you planted them. It's the best thing to do. So you have multiple farms going. You have thousands of crops to sell. It's going to get to a point where chefs are not going to want to farm themselves because they have and are using a lot of resources. Just easier and cheaper for them to buy the resources from you because you're delivering them, right? That is what a successful farmer does. We're going to be doing cooking very soon, but I need iron bars. So next is Mason. We're going to continue this, start this mine here. I'm a little bit worried because the mine, it looks like it's headed into, this is a forest, technically, I believe. And I need a grassland for iron or desert for iron. But I think we should be okay. Because you know what? I'll start to go down and then turn. Because I like to make a nice kind of circular path down to bedrock to store tailings as we use a bloomery for smelting. And we'll talk about how tailings can be controlled and what you should be doing to properly mitigate pollution from tailings, which is being down at bedrock. Once you are out of the kind of bloomery stage and you have a blast furnace, which is pretty hard to get to because you need to require mechanics, an assembly line, water pumps, you need waste filters, a lot of stuff coming from mechanics. When you talk about using a blast furnace, I almost always blast furnace or smelt in the ocean. Just make a platform out here. I mean, we could do that with bloomeries, to be honest, but the reason it doesn't make sense for bloomeries is they have a large, I mean, I guess you could just cart the iron to the ocean and just smelt with bloomeries, because bloomeries create more tailings than a blast furnace. And you could be mining underground forever. But again, it all depends on the rules of the multiplayer server. I know that servers I play on, we almost always just smelt in the ocean because it's easier to just make, tailings, stockpiles and stack them up, make them tall and wide, and just cover the surface of the ocean. No one gets affected by ocean pollution because you don't farm in the ocean, but you can farm here. The fish traps work fine when you have a lot of ground and air pollution in the ocean, so that doesn't matter until they change that mechanic. Right now, ocean smelting is the smartest solution, especially because blast furnace require water, and you have to pipe that into the furnace, and you have to pipe out the sewage. That's very hard to do if you're smelting in the ground at bedrock.